So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is Other Ryan here.
Hey everyone, Razbowski here.
What's going on, guys? Dorko here.
And welcome back to, once again, another episode of Theory Thursday. And in this one, we're going to be talking about Scott Cawthon's recent update, that is the Halloween content update. Now, this actually had some really interesting news in terms of what we were to be expecting on Halloween. And so it appears we're going to be getting a couple of challenge menus. And for you guys, quickly, do you think there's going to be much more other than that?
Well, that's pretty much it, I think, isn't it? He would have said otherwise, but we know Scott to like throw in surprises every now and then. But I don't know. He said, was it challenge menus, a cheat menu as well? That was pretty much it. Which will probably be like pass the night straight away or make things easier or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think there'll be much more because obviously I think Scott's dedicating more of his time towards this big thing that he's actually working on. So. Yeah.
He also mentioned something to do with editing a popular minigame. So that's got to be fun with Plush Trap, I think.
Yes.
So I don't know if there's more significance involved in that because we still haven't really majorly discussed if there's a significance to the fun with Plush Trap minigame. But he did make a point of saying that he's going to update, well, not that, but he said everybody's favourite minigame, or I can't remember the exact quote, but he did allude to fun with Plush Trap, and the fact that it advances 2 nights as well is very 2 hours is very interesting as well, the significance there, and maybe there's something to look into there, but I think that might prove to be significant storyline-wise.
It would be nice to get something rewarded for doing these challenges because I know back in FNAF 3 when people did the aggressive nightmare mode, which is literally impossible, a lot of people were like, oh, we only got a star, was it really worth it? So hopefully we might see something for doing these challenges. I would really want him to do an impossibly hard challenge like FNAF 3, but this time we see a reward for doing it. You know, maybe like he did in FNAF 2, maybe, I don't know, a plushie on the floor or something like a trophy.
That would be awesome.
Stuff like that, unlockables would be quite nice. I know someone... When they were analysing the home screen with the 4 stars, there was space for a 5th star.
Okay.
So I think that's probably going to be a reward as part of it. But like a plush, like if he does a custom mode, because he could do it, because you've got the Nightmare animatronics in it, and obviously you've got Nightmare, you've got Fredbear. So if he adds them all in somehow, I don't know if Nightmare and Fredbear could work simultaneously, but unlocking plushies might be quite nice, and it's just something little extra to do. And if you wanted to add extra story in there as well, then that would just be sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a lot to expect, and I think Scott is going to introduce some interesting things for Halloween, which is going to be really interesting in terms of gameplay. But there's actually a more interesting factor, and that is, of course, when Scott states that he's actually working on a new project. Now, there are some things that he states very clearly. This is not Five Nights at Freddy's 5, which leaves us with 2 options. It could be a spin-off of Five Nights at Freddy's or a totally new game. So, what do you guys think it might be, and what are you actually hoping to see?
Well, I think most of the community are expecting a spin-off. I think that's what the big hope is, that he will move on to do maybe something like Fredbear's Origins or something like that. But I don't know. I think I really wouldn't mind if he was to leave the story there and create a new story with like just as much depth almost.
We know he can do that.
Scott is a great storyteller in honesty, and people love his stories and his games, so. I don't mind what he does, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for him to do that, because on Halloween, everybody's already focusing their attention towards Scott, so if he does release, teasers or a playable, demo, even just a teaser demo for his new game, then this is the perfect marketing opportunity for him. He's a smart guy, so it kind of go hand in hand very well. If it was to be a spin-off, though, I would love to see the sister location. I know in... the Happiest Day minigame, we go past lots of different masks, and obviously people are just saying these are just children's masks and stuff, because there's a crocodile head and stuff like that. But if he decided to make some sort of sister location to do with these animatronics, that might breathe fresh air into the storyline a little bit, and maybe be a really interesting new game. But I'm 6 1/2 about what I'd prefer.
Well, what interests me is that he just said it's not FNAF 5. He didn't say it is not 100% not a Five Nights at Freddy's game, and it has nothing to do with Five Nights at Freddy's whatsoever. He just said it's not FNAF 5. So, like Bushell said, it could either be, I'd love to see a Five Nights at Freddy's Origins or something like that. What Raz said as well, I'd love to see a sister location. You know, I really want to go back to a pizzeria again, because FNAF 3 and FNAF 4 were really good, but I just want to go back to a pizzeria and see stuff what's going on in there, you know?
Yeah. That's interesting that you guys do say that, because I was really thinking about what this could possibly be, and I went along the basis that if it's not Five Nights at Freddy's but he still wants to relate it to it, he could possibly be going off of some kind of subplot, maybe staying within the same universe, because we've got to think outside of Five Nights at Freddy's too. There may be other establishments of a similar build, so maybe there could be a chain where, as Raz said, these kids in the Happiest Day minigame, we could be seeing these sort of animatronics in another restaurant under another name, and that wouldn't actually be a Freddy Fazbear related game.
This is what Candies did, and lots of other fan-made games where they've said they're completely different location, but the old like the old Freddy Fazbear company, they've bought the animatronics from them, and that's why all the other ones are haunted. You know, it would be cool to see that, and that would let Scott create some new animatronics and stuff.
I think that it would be, I don't know, because he said it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, but you know, like, it would be cool if it was Origins, because then it would go back to the whole Fredbear and Friends thing, because obviously that would answer that question of, you know, 1983, the origins of where this all happened, and I don't know, it would probably lay to rest some of these chomps of 83 theories and Bite of 87 theories.
Definitely confine the mixture and kind of funnel it through and make it a more narrow sort of walkway. Another thing that's actually said within it, which really made me think, is that he seems very adamant that it's almost not going to be ready in time for Halloween. I think that's very apparent, and it just makes me think, you know, he's done these Five Nights at Freddy's games quite quickly. It's got to be some kind of big project, and for him to actually be taking this long to release teasers, it's quite clear. I don't think we're going to be seeing any of the old gang if it is a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza-related spin-off, because he's probably modeling them all. So if it's a teaser of maybe some kind of new animatronic models or whatever it could be, really, it's really interesting. It's hard to really decide what it could be, but I think he might be building something from the ground up and really starting fresh with something.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying earlier, was like the fact that he's going to take so long to even release a teaser of what this might be goes to show that it might be a really complex story already that he's gone into, because obviously it's going to take a while to get the story fixed and you know what he wants to go, the direction he wants to go. I don't know if, even if it will be like story driven, but we know Scott, he likes his story driven games.
Yeah, because we've got to think like, I think a lot of people forget when you make a game, especially a game like Five Nights at Freddy's, it's not just modeling and doing all the programming. The story has now become the most prominent bit, which has to be thought about possibly before. And for, you know, Scott to think of a story, do all the models and all the game mechanics, it's a long time, and we don't really know what development stage it's in, but I do think it's going to be story driven, so we're possibly, it's going to be a big story-based experience, and I'm excited to see what it is, definitely.
Hell yeah.
So there we have it, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, of course, discussing the newest update, possibly for what we'll be experiencing for Halloween from Scott Cawthon. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and be sure to comment down below any of your thoughts in relation to what we might be seeing on Halloween.
Yes, if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating on all of our videos, and if you're new to any of our channels, why not subscribe for more interesting videos like this and other games.
So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. We hope you did enjoy, and we'll, of course, see you on the next one on all of our channels. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?